Welcome to the Eutaw Street Banter podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode here on the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. I'm Cody. With me, like always, is Elijah. We're in person.
Yeah,
in person, right? That's pretty awesome. I mean, you finally get home from college
Friday. Also, you do go. That's bad.
Yeah, man.
I know. I'm back a little bit earlier. I feel like it's almost. I got a nice 4 months. I get to be home for. It's gonna be nice.
Got home. Orioles won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I thought it was gonna be good because first day back they won and stuff, and then like my mom told me, I was like, well, maybe you just need to be home for that. And that was quickly, very quickly.
Very wrong. It's been rough.
I mean, it's been a rough season, so I don't know if it's really been any different this past week yet.
Yeah, we just hope.
Yeah,
we had hope.
So this is really the big difference is if you're on just like the Spotify, Apple audio only, you're not going to really notice anything. But now when Cody says something I don't like, I can like hit him for it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's always.
Or if you see him just make a face, maybe I'm like just kicking him underneath the table. Stop it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, it is a lot easier to do in person.
Yeah,
I will say that. And then you're only going to make it harder in a few weeks or a few months.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, that's what you guys don't understand. The problem that's going to go into this is I'm going to Spain in September. So
yeah,
we're going to figure out how to podcast on different continents.
There we go. Yeah, I mean,
we'll have to be the biggest Orioles podcast in Spain because even if I just listen, I'm the only listener. That like there can't be more than one person listening to Orioles stuff in Spain.
That's true.
That.
A little memo real quick is if you didn't listen to last week's podcast because YouTube got mad at us. So go ahead and check that out. You have to actually click on our profile and you can check out. We did a cool we picked some of our favorite Orioles and kind of made a fantasy team out of it. So that was kind of fun. So you can skip the box scores in that one and just jump right to that. It's in the second half of that podcast. But let's get started in today's podcast.
Absolutely.
This week's podcast. I think you got some Orioles news or some MLB news.
Yes. So we'll start off with the worst of the news. Personally, for me, this is worse than a lot of Orioles fans. So Tristan Casas is hurt, and he's going to be hurt for a while. He ruptured, something like that, his right patellar tendon, which is in his knee. Last person in MLB now this happened to was actually Edwin Diaz at the World Baseball Classic when he was celebrating. So it's a very freak injury, kind of uncommon, but he's going to be out for a long time, and Elisha has him on his fantasy team. I got him in our fantasy league. You have contract, so he's actually on my team for 3 years now, so I can't even drop him. So he's going to be a hole on my IL for a while. Yeah. But, I'm doing great. I'm like 5, so I can't think about that. I know there's going to be a lot of people upset that I'm winning still. I know Cody doesn't like when I do good, but I'm pretty good at fantasy, I will say. Next is an interesting one, I thought. So Ethan Holiday currently came out. They did some more draft projections for this year. And he's actually projected to have the most chance of going number 1 overall to the Nationals, who have the first overall pick most likely. And, I just think it's going to be interesting because that'll be the first time ever that siblings, family members, whatever you call it, went first overall 2 separate drafts in any sport.
Just think how close we were. We were so close.
Well, we're not siblings either.
I mean, like family members.
Family members, yeah. I mean, it's like you have like Bobby Witt Jr., who were like 2 and 3 or something like that, and then like Cody and Elisha.
Yeah, close. Orioles, you screwed up.
I mean, hey, all I'm saying is we could still become undrafted free agents.
Could do.
Like, that's still possible.
Yeah, I mean, in case like during when there's they can't find an agreement.
Yeah.
At the deadline for the MLB players.
Yes, actually, you know what? I love the players union for a lot of stuff they do, but I would turn on all the players so quickly if they hired me to come play.
Yeah, I'll be a replacement player in a heartbeat. And if they're the players that hate you for that, I don't care.
They're never going to see me anyway. They're not going to recognize this face.
Yeah, so, yeah.
All I need I'll grow a beard then.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, actually, I did look, though. Could you guess who are the players that have been the closest in MLB to being drafted 1 and 1 overall that were brothers? There was one set of brothers that were first overall 1 year and then second overall a couple years later.
Kid, what year was this?
One, I think it was 2002 and 2005.
Ooh.
Neither of them are active.
Is the Upton brothers?
It was the Upton brothers.
Wow.
I think it was Justin went first overall.
Probably to the Rays?
So Justin went first overall to the Diamondbacks.
Oh.
BJ, I think, was the one. He was, I think, second. And then, obviously, we got to get your Yankees hate out here. Like, we're Orioles fans, but you have to. We just beat them in a series, so that's always good. But if you look at the Yankees right now, I know that they're still better than the Orioles. So they're Max Fried is 7 this season. He's been insane. He's actually one of 3 pitchers to ever win their first 7 games on a team and have below like a 1-something ERA. And the other players to do it, I believe, are like Fernando Valenzuela and someone else. But if you look at the record, they're 19-15. So in games without Max Fried, they're 12-15. Max Fried is saving their season. So
can you imagine if we had a pitcher like that?
It's almost like signing free agent pitchers works.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
But the game on Sunday between the Orioles and Royals, which we all probably know, and most of us watched, and Cody forced me to watch it on his couch here, Chicky Chip. Yes. I actually tied a record in 2 other games most recently in 2022 between the Cubs and some other team I don't remember. And it's 10 solo home runs in 1 game.
That's crazy.
That ties the record.
And that's Royals team that was near the bottom of the league.
Well, you can be near the bottom of the league in almost everything. That play the Orioles to get better.
Yeah, that's true.
That's simple.
That's true.
But I have on here, I thought this was a funny pun. You don't know what this is. So on our sheet that we have for a podcast, I just wrote Twin Bill. And I think that's funny because sometimes you say a twin bill, maybe it's like 2 shows in a day, or say it's a double header. Well, there was a double twin bill the other day because in a double header between the Cardinals and the Mets, 2 brothers were umpires. They were twins, and they both umpired that game.
Oh, really?
They were the Joneses, I believe. So
strong on
strong on. Don't hold me on the twin part. I know they were at least brothers. I kind of now I'm not remembering. I know it was definitely brothers though. But that was kind of cool. I mean.
Yeah,
that could still be us too. Let's go to umpires.
That's what we need. Yeah,
no, we'd have to get rid of this though, because then we could talk about
yeah, those players, they're raw, right? Yeah, that's.
And then I do have a trivia question to round out.
All right,
Orioles stuff.
All right, let's do
it. This is just something that ran struck me.
Okay.
So, who's the first Oriole player to ever hit through the cycle?
Can I get it? You know what year it was?
I do. 1960.
Brooks Robinson.
You're right.
Oh, let's go.
Yes, there's only been 7 that have hit the cycle. Who's most recently?
Oh shoot. What year?
2023.
Was it Mullins?
It was. It's such a
and I mean, I remember when Gunnar was close against the A's.
And he had double instead of single.
Yeah.
You also had Austin Hayes did it. Jonathan Villar did it in 2019. These are 2 interesting ones. I thought Cover could be that too, but that's not really right.
Yeah.
Aubrey Huff and Felix Pye.
Oh,
they both.
PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aubrey Huff was good, but I was like,
Aubrey.
Yeah. So those are some interesting ones. I don't know.
Awesome.
It's just the more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know. You know, PBS isn't going to be a thing anymore, so maybe you can use us as your educational broadcast.
Yeah, there you go. When you want to learn something, just
if I can get a lead pump it up here talking about the Orioles, I can't.
Make magic happen with Emily at Blue Crab Travel, your Disney vacation expert. Ready to experience the wonder of Disney? Let her help you plan the ultimate Disney getaway. Whether you're heading to Disneyland, Walt Disney World, or a Disney cruise, she has you covered. Emily can take care of custom Disney itineraries, tailored to your family's needs and preferences. She also can help find you exclusive discounts on Disney hotels, tickets, and packages. Imagine a stress-free vacation with hassle-free booking for accommodations, dining reservations, and fast passes. From character meet and greets to thrilling rides, Emily will make sure every moment is unforgettable. Email Emily Jones today at emilyjones@bluecrabtravel.com to start planning your dream Disney vacation.
So jumping back into some Orioles baseball, before we get to the box scores, Mike Elias had his interview with reporters last week, and some things that I kind of took from that was one of my favorite things that I see coaches and front office guys do that I like is when they show that they're a real person. Yeah. And what I mean by that is Elias, you could tell, was he's starting to get frustrated. Like, especially between the offense and the starting pitching staff of reporters were kind of really hitting him on, like, not signing big free agent pitchers and certain things like that. And you could tell that that really was getting on his nerves. Not that the reporters were getting on his nerves, just that, you know, he kind of deserved the questions.
You have to be understandable because we have, obviously, pitching struggles. That's most his fault. Well, like, our offense is struggling, and we did not go into the offseason. None of us were saying, we need to go get free. Yeah, we lost Tony, but, like, you're like, well, we have Heston. We have all these other guys. Like, The offense wasn't supposed to struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. And like they kept trying to hit him on like, when do you release somebody, or when, or DFA, or when do you you send somebody down and bring somebody up? And this is obviously before Urias got to the injured list. Yeah. So he was saying that Mayo was close, which now we know he's here. But and then they keep hitting him every time on Brandon Hyde's job status. And he says he has full confidence in Brandon Hyde. And I believe him 100%, because I still don't think it's Brandon Hyde's fault that these players on his team and that he doesn't have anybody else to choose from.
And I mean, I think it was like Adley or Cedric and some of the guys, they came out and still said that, like, there's those rumors that like Brandon Hyde lost the locker room and stuff. They basically said, no, that's not true. We still believe in him.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're at a situation where everyone's taking the blame on themselves, which is, I think, a good thing. No one's like trying to push away. The players are saying we need to be better. Brandon Hyde's, I'm sure, I don't know if he's really said it. You never know what he's really thinking, but I'm sure he's thinking he needs to be better. Mike Elias is thinking it is his fault. He said that. Like,
yeah. I mean,
it's everyone's.
It's just frustrating. I mean, but it's tough when you have this many injuries. I mean, you got Eflin, Grayson, Trevor Rogers, Kyle Bradish, Tyler Wells. And then Albert Suarez, Gary Sanchez, Jordan Westberg, Ramon Urias. I mean, Tyler O'Neill, Colton Cowser.
But I have one thing about the injuries, though, is if you look at the Dodgers, they're struggling too, and they have injuries, and their injured list is much more star-studded than ours. I mean, we don't have Blake Snell or Clayton Kershaw on our injured list. They do. And they made sure that they brought enough. Everyone was thinking they were crazy signing Blake Snell, crazy signing all these other free agents and stuff, because they had so many pitchers. This is why.
Yeah.
You do it because we went into the season, we knew Bradish was going to be hurt for a while. We knew Grayson's had injury problems before. We knew Eflin had injury problems last year. It's like we can't expect anything, which, again, injuries suck and you can't really prevent them, it seems like. I mean,
it's tough. I mean, we're in a 4-man rotation right now. That's how bad it is. I mean, luckily some off days are really helping us with that. But this is a tough situation.
I mean, we're in a 4-man rotation where we have one person below an ERA at 4.
Yeah. So I would highly suggest, if you get a chance, to check that interview out. I like I said, just to hear him talk and kind of see where his head's at. Woo! All right. Well, let's get to everybody's favorite part of the day, and that is the Orioles past week of box scores. If you don't feel like listening to this, skip ahead about 8 minutes. I hope it don't take 8 minutes.
I hope it takes like 4 minutes.
So anyway, last Wednesday, April 30th, the Orioles played the Yankees, and they beat the Yankees 5-4 to win the series.
Second one of the year.
All right, Povich comes in, he pitches 4.2, which means he went 4 innings, got 2 outs, and then gets pulled. He gives up 3 earned runs. The issue I have with this game is obviously Povich was in a game the Orioles won, but we needed 6 relief pitchers to come and finish out a game. That's a lot of relief pitchers. That's a
lot of relief pitchers when almost every day you're not getting starters to go past the 5th inning.
Yep. Mountcastle and Urias both hit a home. But we win the series. We're going to take it and run with it, because at this point, we think we're coming back. Because Thursday, we had an off day. And Friday, the Orioles started this series with the Royals at home. We win this game, and this is the game that I have been a Dean Kramer disbeliever this year. And he kind of shoved that, because he goes 7 innings. He pitches his best game of the year as the Orioles beat the Royals 3-0. Good.
I'd almost argue that I think he should have come back out for the 8th.
Yeah.
And just because of the struggles that we have, I get the off day before, so it makes sense. But I was starting to lose faith in Kramer. I feel like, I know, especially you, I'm one of his biggest. I really believe in it. He's been struggling this year.
Yeah.
But he did amazing.
Yeah, I got real nervous. He got hit by a liner in the leg. It's like 90-something mile an hour liner. I can't remember.
Still got the out.
And still got the out and stayed in. He went 7 innings. Only struck out 2, but I don't care.
Is that the key? We need our pitchers
to take a line.
Take a liner every time.
Yeah, he got 0 earned runs through those 7 innings. The Orioles, like I said, shut the Royals out. One of my favorite things here is Cano and Batista came in, shut the door down. And O'Hearn is the big guy in this game, as it seems to be very often, with a 2-run home run.
No, I mean, you look at the offense in that inning, what was it, 7th or 8th inning, whenever we came in against Waka, and I mean, he'd been lights out. I think he came in with like 60 or 70 pitch. Like he was cruising, and we jumped on him in a hurry with Atlanta leadoff double.
Yeah.
It was double home run double.
Man,
all you could ask for.
So
and, I mean, I will say the Royals got lucky there because they had a lucky double play turned on the second line drive with bases loaded.
Yeah,
that could have been a lot uglier of a score.
Right. And then Saturday, the Orioles, again, second game in the Royals series. Sagano starts this game. Kind of an ugly game because it was rain delayed, and I was really worried that we're going to lose an entire Sagano start. But we didn't. He does okay. Well, he does good. He gives up 2 earned, strikes out 4. The Orioles do lose 4-0 this game. The bigger issue I have with this game is the 4-0. Not scoring. Dominguez struggles. He gives up 2 earned runs while only getting 2 outs. In the 8th. It's just frustrating. And then Sunday, this is the most frustrating game of the week, in my opinion. Orioles are playing the Royals in the series finale, the rubber match, and we lose 11-6. But that doesn't even tell you anything. The frustrating part for me is as I pull up all the numbers here, because there's a lot of numbers. Gibson starts this game, goes 4 innings, gives up 3. Okay, we'll take it. Baker comes in, does terrible because Elijah had been talking how good he was. I'm just kidding. But Baker comes in.
But he's not the only one that did.
You're right.
Because we talked about him.
Yeah.
Anyone good we talked about did awful this game.
Baker comes in, pitches in, and gives up 2. Aiken comes in, does great. Cano comes in, gives up the first 2 runs of the year for him.
Yeah.
Morton comes in, and he does what he always does, gives up 2 runs. Bowman comes in, gives up what he always does, and gives up.
In fairness to Bowman, it didn't even matter.
Right. But I will say, if we're going to give a highlight, Stinking Holiday had a game.
Yeah.
Jackson Holiday hits 2 home runs this game. Mullins hits 1 home run. The problem with this game is, so to just take you back really quick, in case you didn't watch this game, if you didn't, you'd had a great Sunday. But if you did, you did not have it. So the Royals take the lead 1-0 in the second. Orioles tie at 1-1. Then the Orioles score a run every single inning until the 6th. In the 5th, they do score 2. Right? But the problem is the Royals are doing the same thing. They're right behind us. And then, so in this game, obviously the Royals had 9 innings that they batted in. There's only 2 innings they didn't score a run. They scored a run in every other inning, right? The Royals, obviously, like I said, had 11 hits. 11 runs. They had 17 hits.
Yeah.
And Orioles had 6 runs.
Yes. I mean,
11 hits.
You can't blame the offense. They put up 6 runs, and I feel like they would put up even more. But putting Charlie Morton in the spot they did, that was giving up the game, I think. Yeah. That's when you say, well, Elias or Hyde, everyone has full faith in him.
Yeah, that's true.
That's such a questionable move. We had with an off day on Monday. Why?
Yeah. In the interview at the end of the game, he said that there were certain people that were untouchable to use that day, and that he was not one. Here's my opinion on what he's saying. This might be bull. This might be crap. So this is my opinion. It seems to me like when he's saying that, he's saying I have nobody else in this bullpen right now. Right? And it's sort of like, hey, don't blame me. I don't have anybody else in this bullpen to use.
You want to know how that's not true? Because Matt Bowman came in the 9th inning.
That's true.
I would have rather seen Bowman come out there.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Like if Bowman's available, I guess in Hyde's head maybe he's like, well, these are the only 2 guys we got left. And if we take a lead, I'd rather Bowman for the 9th or something like that.
Or do you think he was like, man, it wouldn't be nice if Morton can pitch and get 2 innings? Yeah.
But there's no way in Hyde's brain he can expect Morton to do that. Not with the way that the Royals offense was looking.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're coming back to us, we're done with the box scores, everybody. So you're good. You're good. We're done talking about that.
We need to put like timestamp.
Yeah, just skip over that box. But we got some fun things to do until the Orioles start really stepping up. We're gonna find fun stuff to do to talk about this team.
Yeah.
Elijah, go ahead and describe what we're doing.
So a lot of people, especially podcasters stuff, do kind of like trust rankings. A lot of time you see with like bullpen and stuff. Well, we're trying to change it up and just do a little bit. So we're gonna give our most trusted and least trusted for different positions. So kind of like if you watched last week or listened last week, we did a draft where we did infield, outfield, starter, reliever. We're going to do infield trust and distrust, outfield trust, blah, 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 so on and so on.
Yeah.
We're also doing something that I created because why not? I don't know. Designated trust, because designated or designated trust. Yeah. And basically, it's just going to be the person that it works out the way we did it basically. It's just if you have to get 3 outs or you need an out or you need a base hit, you need that one guy to come up. That's who it is. The guy that you trust the most on the entire team.
All right.
So we'll start with that because I don't want anybody freaking out when we leave these guys out when we get to their positions. So Cody, you can go ahead.
All right. My designated trust is we made sure that, or I made sure I didn't pick any of Elijah's people because just to make it more fun. I don't know. But my designated trust, this guy has the best ERA on the team. Well, second best ERA on the team, but probably due to appearances. In my opinion, he is, when he comes in the game, I know the game's, and that's Felix Bautista. I am a huge Felix Bautista fan. It's just a shame we're not able to really celebrate the season with him by doing well.
Yeah, he gets saved if you're not.
Yeah. But when he comes in, he shuts it down.
Oh yeah,
and it's I mean, I like this year that he's not relying on the fastball because that's what worried me when the Tommy John surgery because it's all hard to get the speed back immediately.
Well, that's what you've seen it. He doesn't have. It's not 102.
Yeah, but the split and the sliders.
Yeah.
So that's mine. Like I said, it's just so cool that you had this guy come off a huge injury and jump right back in, and it's like he never left.
Yeah. Now I agree with you on that. He's been amazing, and I think you look at his ERA too, and it would be even lower if you take away what he gave up a run or two or something like that in his first appearance and a couple against the Red Sox in that game that we still won. I think that's the last time he's given up runs.
Doesn't have one save yet.
It just took him some time to get there. Really, not one. Wow, that's when you look at this offense, pitching, just everything. That is wow, that is awful. So if you look though, for me, my designated trust guy is that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been the best really when you look at it. His OPS is second on the team, I think. I just know when he's up there, it's a quality at bat, whether he's getting out or not. I believe he can move the ball around enough in the field that if there's a runner on second and no outs, he'll just put it on the ground and just at least advance him. He's going to do something. It's a productive at bat every time, but you cannot say about a lot of this team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like what's kind of sad to see about Cedric is now that Tony's gone, Cedric's the last guy that was there.
Yeah.
When he was coming up, when the Orioles were still and we're still relevant.
I mean, really, I wouldn't say relevant.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean with like Adam Jones and all those guys. So so like I said, that era is almost gone.
I mean, I guess really, if you look at it, one of the last guys from that era, like some of the oldest guys on the team that we got for the longest is like him and like Keegan Aiken.
Yeah, and that crazy. Yeah, that's names.
It's kind of sad.
We're gonna jump to infield trust. My infield trust is a little odd because I
feel like it's recency bias here.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because when I'm looking, I went through all the stats, trying to figure out, and then also just my feeling. Yeah, because it's trust. It's not. So trust has more of a gut feeling. But right now it's Jackson Holliday, and the reason I say this is I feel like he touches the ball a lot. Like he's cut his strikeouts down a lot. So right now he's batting at 273 average, 340 OBP, 443 slug. But just so you know. So So of the 4 home runs, but he has 2 in the last game.
Yeah.
So let that go, But the biggest thing is, like I said, is I just feel like his quality of at-bats are so much better now in that when there's a runner on, that he's usually he seems to be giving a great at-bat to get him in.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just feel like I feel way more comfortable with him on defense. I feel comfortable with him at the plate.
Yeah, he's looking really good at second base.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, I would love to pick your guy, but I can't. So, but who do you?
I got to my list sooner than him. So that's, I feel like why I just said Ghana. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just this year he has not looked exactly like his last year self, but he's looked good. Think about it, he started off hurt, so you give him some credit. He's been bouncing back well. He's only batting at 260 right now, 733 slug. He's got 3 home runs since being back. It's not bad.
Right.
He has struck out a lot though. He is leading the team in strikeouts.
Yeah, I mean, and like I was comparing him to Jackson Holiday.
Yeah.
And Jackson Holiday has 88 at bats. Gunnar has 104. Right. Jackson has 4 home runs. Gunnar has 3. Jackson has 11 RBIs. Gunnar has 5.
Yeah.
Jackson has 22 strikeouts. Gunnar has 29 strikeouts. So stolen bases. Jackson has 2. Gunnar has 3. Jackson's batting at 273. Gunner's batting at 260. So like when I say Jackson, it sounds crazy until you start comparing him.
Yeah.
And to Gunnar, who I don't care what Gunner's average or what his numbers are right now. Gunner's a great baseball.
Yes.
He's our best. He's our dude. And to be able to finally compare somebody that's supposed to be great, who is kind of coming up the same way as Gunnar did, I like seeing it because last year I thought every time Jackson got off, it was a strikeout.
Yeah.
Every time. So I really like that we can trust him. I do trust Gunnar just like you.
Yeah. No, I do trust Jackson as well.
Yeah. Who's your outfield trust?
My outfield trust. So I won the guy that I almost put as designated trust, but I just wanted to get Cedric up there, I guess. Rhino. Yeah. He's been our best player, honestly, this year.
Amazing. He's been I diss him every week. I'm done.
I hope I drilled in you enough last week.
I'm done. Ryan O'Hearn leads the team, tied for the team in home runs with 7 home runs. My goodness. And what's crazy is him and Cedric are tied with 7. The difference is O'Hearn has 85 at-bats and Mullins has 110.
Yeah.
And he is still just shoving.
Has the highest OPS. He has the highest slog. He is tied, I think, for the highest on base percentage with Cedric. I mean, he has the best batting average.
Yeah.
It's
amazing. He's so great.
You cannot.
I'm done.
For more.
No, absolutely not. You're actually right now. He's giving you more than he's giving you more than you deserve. Like more than we deserve.
Absolutely.
He's like I said, I have nothing but good things to say. My outfield trust is Cedric Mullins, all because of what Elijah said. I couldn't put him as my designated trust. He's going to my outfield trust. He comes up the bat, he's busting his butt the first every time. I hope that every young person on our team is watching what Cedric's doing, because Cedric's been through the ups and downs, and no matter what happens with him, he deserves to be. Same with, just like we said about,
Gunnar?
No. Tony Taters.
Tony.
Yeah, just like we said about him last year, he deserves to be on a great team. And he deserves to be on a winning team. And it's just upsetting that this year is going like it is because I think he deserves it. My outfield distrust is Ramon Laureano. He's a great defender. If we could do like in kids baseball where you have DH at any position, I would put Ramon in the outfield every day of the week. He would just never bat. And I know he's hit a couple of home runs, but he did that in like the same game.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to be honest. It is actually really funny looking at his stats because his slug, he is like the 3rd highest slug on the team.
Yeah.
But his OBP and average is so low because he's hit. Let's see, he has 10 hits, 3 of which are home runs.
So yeah. So I mean, I just don't know. These guys that they get brought in to hit lefties don't hit lefties. They don't hit righties. They don't hit lefties. They don't hit guys that put a ball in the tee. They don't nothing. So, who's your distrust?
So my distrust for outfield is I don't know. It was a struggle. I just said Dylan Carlson.
Yeah.
Just because I really didn't.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. It's
just it's honestly hard because all of our outfielders been hurt. And I didn't want to say Heston. I don't distrust Heston.
Yeah.
I just don't have I don't have my fullest trust in him. We did skip over infield distrust.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We didn't.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
My bad. Okay.
Someone's got to.
Let's go back to infield distrust.
I'll just talk about mine. So I will say I have mine here, and I've been debating changing it. I'm just gonna talk about both of them. It's not yours. I put down Jorge Mateo. I think that's just probably. Yeah. I think if we had like a designated distrust,
if he was playing Savannah ball where he could just steal first.
If he was playing Savannah ball, he would be doing great because he would just
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, 'cause you just steal first,
Yeah.
steal second, steal third.
Because as long as you don't have to hit the ball,
No.
you're good.
Ivan, but I was thinking about. I think just another person that deserves to be brought up is Adley Rutschman.
Yeah.
That's
sad, isn't it?
He's not looking good. And looking at his stats, league wide for catchers, it's not completely awful. Like, it's bad though for what he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's bad. He's batting like a 215, 216. Sorry, he's got a 680 slot OPS. It's just he looks good in moments, and you think that he's back.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's just,
what gets me is like, how long does it have to be until we got him? Like, until
I don't think he'd be batting second or third anymore.
Yeah, because I mean, even from the All-Star break of last season, from the All-Star break on, he batted a 207, and then this year he's struggling again, and it's just extremely frustrating. Where, man,
Yeah.
it's just he's batted a 216 now, so he batted a 207 now, a 216. Come on, man, like boy, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. My infield distrust, because I forgot, is Ryan Mountcastle. And I just, man, I want to like him. Like, we brought the wall in, and the 2 home runs he has hit have been because of it.
Yeah.
So he would have had none if we.
I mean, the double he hit the other day was off the wall. That would have been a fly out.
Yeah.
If the walls.
Yeah. He's batting a 202, 243 OBP.
And it's the problem for him is how's he gonna play? Because O'Hearn has to be in the lineup.
Has to be. There's
O'Hearn's hitting lefties and righties at this point.
There's no reason why, like, that flip flopped. Like, that should be flip flop on who you're starting first base.
There should be no reason that O'Hearn has the amount of games played.
Yeah.
He should.
Yeah.
He should be playing every game, just like Cedric's.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just like you're saying, O'Hearn he's played in 32 games, has 104 at bats. I'm sorry, Mountcastle has 32 games, 104 at bats. And O'Hearn only has 25 with 85 at bats. A 20 at bat difference there.
Yeah.
19, but rounding. But that's that. I would much rather see what O'Hearn can do with those 19 at bats. Right.
100%.
All right, you ready to pitch him?
Yes.
All right, let's
we really supposed to do starter trust together because he did. He lied when he said that.
This is one. I mean, everybody, if you watch Orioles baseball, you know who the starting trust is.
It's as I've heard Tommy Sugar.
Who says that?
I don't know. I heard that somewhere.
Tommy Sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
I promise if you're watching this, whoever created that, I'm not trying to steal from it. I genuinely don't remember.
Yeah.
Tommy Sugar.
Sagano has been. Can you say his first name?
Tomoyuki.
Yeah. Okay. He has been our best pitcher. The game. He's 3-2, 3 wins, 2 losses. Which the 2 losses are crap. Don't even worry about that. He lost the game against the Blue Jays where he had a blister on his hand. It's opening day.
Yeah.
Not opening day, but his first start.
Yeah.
And then he had the I don't know if he got the loss last week or no. But anyway, he's been pitching amazing. He has a 3 ERA. He did get the loss.
Well, he gave up runs.
Okay. All right.
He didn't score a single.
You're right. You're right. He started 7 games. He's 3-2. 39 innings pitched. That leads the team over Dean Kramer by about 2.
That's impressive, actually. That Dean's got that many.
Yeah.
Around that he's been doing.
Yeah. So, like I said, the one thing that we know is when I see that Sagano is starting, I know we have a chance. And at this point in Orioles baseball, that's what we need. We need a chance.
No, absolutely. And for my starter, distrust, I actually struggle with this more than I thought I would because we've got a lot of bad starters. But like you look at everyone, and I was like, I can't say I distrust Kate Povich because I know what he can do. I would never say I distrust Dean Kramer, especially after this last start. I couldn't do that like some people might. But
go ahead.
But I just think Kyle Gibson. I don't know. Charlie Morton's not a starter anymore, so I couldn't say him.
Okay. Yeah.
Dean Kramer. That's why.
I distrust Dean Kramer. He has to do more than one game. So I just feel like every time he comes in, we're not there. And my reliever distrust, or my reliever trust.
He's all over the
Woo! My reliever trust is Yanier Cano. He's had 1 bad game so far. Yanier.
It's not Yainer Diaz, the catcher.
Yanier Cano, he is my trust because I couldn't use Bautista because I already used it. So I always believe in him when he comes in. I feel like I guess another reason why I like him is I know usually when he comes in, the reason he's in there is to save.
Yeah.
Like not get a save, but like keep us in the game.
Yeah.
And generally he does it,
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. He's been very good. Obviously, he's only given up 2 runs in this past game.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Kyle Gibbs. I'm reading my distrust. Sorry.
Oh,
Brian Baker. See who I trust the most. I'm huge on him right now. He's been really good. He had a bad game, but he's basically been the same as Janier Cano.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this though, is that Brian Baker's not coming as like high leverage late game spots as Janier Cano is, and I don't know if that's why he's being successful now. But he's going into a lot of the ones where it's like he has to clean up the starter's mess normally, or he has to really. He's kind of the transition piece to the Cano.
Yeah.
And
I'd say that's impressive though, because as a pitcher, the hardest thing to do is to stop the ball.
Yeah.
Like once the ball's rolling downhill, what I mean by that is once the other team's hitting, and you got to like stop that momentum. That's really
when it's the 5th or 6th inning and your starter gave up 4 or 5 runs and you got 2, 3, 4 up that.
Yeah, the game really relies on you.
Yeah.
Like, can you stop this?
Because you give up 2 more runs, that's it.
Done. Yeah. Now my distrust reliever is I had to put him in here somewhere.
Yeah.
But if you look on the Orioles website, he's in the bullpen. My number one distrust of the whole team is
he's my designated distrust.
Yeah, he's good. Is Charlie Moore, and it really sucks because I like Charlie Moore as a person a lot. And I just don't trust him when he pitches on the mound. And it just hurts my heart because I wanted him to be good so bad. But if you wanted me to give you a real reliever, like, because I think Charlie Martin's a starting pitcher, but he's
a starting pitcher that the only choice was to put in the bullpen.
But my actual reliever distrust is Matt Bowman. I feel like they hit it to the left center field wall every time. I feel like if you would just play all the outfielders to the left center field wall, we would be fine. Or just play no infield.
Actually, this would be our luck. You know what happened? we put all our outfielders there. First guy hits it right to him, out. Next guy bunts. Adley sails it over our first baseman's head out into the corner. No, that's inside Parker alone. Yeah. That'd be the Orioles walk.
Yeah, right.
I said Eutaw Perez. I don't know if you're aware, but he's been awful.
Oh, I'm 100% aware.
And so, just keep in mind, so Eutaw Perez, is he a lefty or a righty?
He's a lefty.
So normally you want to have a couple lefties in the bullpen, right?
Yeah, they're okay sometimes.
So, do you know a lefty that we got rid of this past
I do.
season?
Yeah.
Do you know what his name is?
Danny Cool.
Yeah, so do you know how many runs he's given up this year?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, 0.
Oh my God.
In 12 and a third inning. So.
Is he on the Twins now?
Yeah, he's on. So, okay. So I'm just going to read this out for you. Is this someone you think we should get rid of? In 2024, 2.12 ERA. 2023, 2.81 ERA. 2022, 1.461 ERA. 2021, 3.67 ERA.
Yeah, that's fun. And that's not Burns. Isn't that funny? So yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He's he's got a save. He's got 2 holds.
Man, he's just keeping it together over there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, he's already pitched in half the amount of games that he pitched in last. Pitched in 14, got 33 last year. So.
Man.
He might stack him up a run all year.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and we kind of just let him walk too. We weren't even aggressive on him. That's super frustrating. But if you guys would, I would love for you guys to send us some messages or email and let us know some of your trust and distrust. I know that would be fun to kind of just see where you guys stand with us, right? So yeah, make sure you definitely follow us on all of our social media sites. Remember, we're on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Anything and everything.
Yeah, YouTube. Please subscribe, hit that like button. And
if you don't like what we said, only be mean about it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But man, we say this every week. This year we said this every week. We want to be positive on this podcast. Orioles are making that difficult. Maybe next week will be a much easier week to be positive. As the Orioles go into their easiest with quotations, month of the season. Yeah. So by the first week of June, you will know, in my opinion, what team we have. Yeah. So we shall see. But anyway, we just can't thank you enough for joining us on another episode here of the Eutaw Street Banter podcast. We will see you next week. Remember, if you can't find us all the time, make sure you just go and find our profile page on YouTube or on Apple Music. And see you guys. Thank you.
See ya.